Listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you might shake your belief system. What if I told you he's about to call you in a few minutes? Your heart just skipped a beat, didn't it? You felt a little fear, a little hope, and a lot of curiosity. Don't worry, I'm not here to sell you fantasy. I'm here to talk about power, real power, the power of your mind, the power that even Carl Jung warned us about. Because until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. And most people are walking around calling their manifestations coincidence. But let me ask you something. How many times have you thought about someone and they suddenly texted or called? How many times have you felt something was about to happen and it did? That is not magic. That is alignment. That is focus. That is the law of attraction working quietly in the background. And you don't have to believe it for it to work. Gravity doesn't care if you believe in it. Fire doesn't care if you respect it. And your mind doesn't care if you understand it. It is still operating right now while you're listening to me. Somewhere he is thinking. Somewhere he is feeling a pull. But here is the question. Are you pushing or are you attracting? Because desperation repels, neediness pushes away, fear creates distance, but calm confidence creates magnetism. This is where most people fail. They say they want the call, but inside they are terrified it won't happen. And that inner fear is louder than their words. Your energy speaks before you do. Your vibration announces you before your text message does. If you are anxious, you broadcast anxiety. If you are secure, you broadcast security. And people respond to energy more than words. This is not mystical. It is psychological. It is biological. It is human. When you relax, you release resistance. When you release resistance, you create space. And in that space, things move, things shift, things align. You don't chase the call, you become the person who is called. That is a different mindset. That is a different posture. That is a different identity. And identity is everything. If you see yourself as forgotten, you will feel forgotten. If you see yourself as valuable, you will be treated as valuable. The world mirrors you back to yourself. That's not spiritual poetry. That's human nature. We treat people based on how they treat themselves. We value people who value themselves. So if you're staring at your phone every second, you are signaling lack. If you're living your life fully, you are signaling abundance. And abundance attracts. Let me tell you something hardcore. The moment you stop caring, that's when the call usually comes. Not because you stopped wanting it, but because you stopped needing it. Need is heavy. Desire is light. Heaviness sinks. Lightness floats. Which one do you think travels faster? This is where fear comes in. Fear says, what if he never calls? Faith says, if it's mine, it will. Fear tightens your chest. Faith relaxes your shoulders. Your body even knows the difference. So right now, take a breath. Relax your jaw. Unclench your fists. Drop your shoulders and say, I don't have to force what belongs to me. That sentence alone changes your energy, and energy changes interactions. Have you ever noticed how confident people get chased? They're not loud. They're not desperate. They're centered. Centered people are attractive. Why? Because they're not looking for validation. They are operating from completeness, and completeness is magnetic. When you feel complete, you don't beg, you don't double text, you don't panic, you trust. And trust creates calm, and calm creates clarity, and clarity creates action. Maybe he calls, maybe he doesn't, but either way, you win because you didn't lose your peace, and peace is more powerful than a phone call. Listen carefully. Sometimes the real manifestation is not the call, it's the self-respect you developed while waiting. It's the discipline you built. It's the emotional control you mastered. That's growth. That's evolution. That's power. And power is attractive. If he feels your stability, he will feel safe to reach out. If he feels your chaos, he will step back. People move toward peace. They run from pressure. So ask yourself, are you peace or pressure? Are you calm or chaos? Are you confident or clinging? Be honest, no judgment, just awareness, because awareness is the first step to change. Remember what Jung said, what you resist persists. So if you're resisting the silence, you are amplifying it. If you accept the silence, you transform it. And here's the suspenseful truth. Sometimes the moment you truly let go, the phone rings. Not because you manipulated reality, but because you aligned with it. You stopped trying to control and started trusting. And trust is attractive. So he might call in a few minutes, or he might not. But if you master this mindset, you won't care from a place of lack. You'll care from a place of choice, and that changes everything. Feel the anticipation in your chest right now. It's not just about him calling, it's about how you handle the wait. Most people waste energy on worry. They scroll, refresh, and overthink. Every second of anxiety pushes what they want further away. That's how the universe works. The energy you send out is the energy you receive. If you panic, you push him away. If you breathe, you pull him closer. And breathing is easy, but most people forget. Every inhale is power. Every exhale is release. And releasing is the key to attracting. You can't hold tight to something and expect it to come. The more you grip, the more it slips. So let it go. Trust yourself. Trust the timing. Trust the universe. Trust that he will call if it's meant to be. And even if he doesn't, you will still grow stronger. Every silent minute is a lesson in patience. Every waiting hour builds confidence. Every unanswered text builds self-respect. Remember, your value is not in his response. Your value is in how you hold your energy. Stop looking for signs outside. Look for signs inside. How do you feel right now? Calm? Anxious? Impatient? That feeling is your true indicator. You are the signal. You are the frequency. You are the magnet. Hearing nothing is not failure. Feeling nothing is not weakness. It's a test of your inner strength, a test of your ability to stay unmoved, a test of your capacity to trust. Everyone fails this test, except the ones who master it. The ones who master it are rare, and rare people attract rare connections. If you find yourself tempted to text again, pause, breathe. Remind yourself, I am complete. I am calm. I am attractive. I am worthy. These words are not magic. These words change your vibration, and vibration is everything. You are not begging for attention. You are commanding respect. You are not chasing love. You are magnetizing it. And the universe loves magnets. Some people think they must force things to happen. The truth is, forcing creates resistance. Resistance slows everything. Alignment accelerates everything. So ask yourself, are you forcing or aligning? If you are aligning, you will feel light. If you are forcing, you will feel heavy. Light attracts, heavy repels. It's that simple. Now think about him for a second. What energy does he pick up from you? Is it pressure or peace? Is it anxiety or confidence? Is it desperation or self-respect? People are psychological mirrors. They reflect back what you give. Give them peace and they feel peace. Give them chaos and they feel chaos. So be careful with your energy. Be intentional. You are creating your reality with every thought, every word, every breath, every action. The phone call is just the result. The real work is done within, and this is where most people miss it. They focus on the result, not the inner transformation. But you are different. You are learning to master your mind. You are learning to master your energy. You are learning to master your emotions. This is the level of chosen ones. They don't get anxious. They don't panic. They don't beg. They breathe. They trust. They attract. And sometimes he calls in a few minutes, or sometimes he doesn't. But it doesn't matter, because you didn't lose your power. If this message shifted your perspective, hit that like button right now. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Comment, "I release and I attract" if you're ready to level up. Don't just watch videos, apply the principles. Your mind is your greatest weapon, so train it. Remember, you don't chase, you attract. You don't beg, you become. Subscribe to this channel if you're ready to master your energy. We're building strong minds here, not weak emotions. And I'll see you in the next video.